Hi there.
And welcome
to the Pretty Dumb Podcast. We're here.
Live and not in person.
Not in person because I am away right now. I'm very away.
Richie's out of the country. He didn't tell anyone he was leaving. My light just fell.
I mean, it's okay. The light served its purpose for its intended amount of time.
Turn it off really quick. BRB, talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, I'm gonna monologue right now. So I just kind of feel like you guys are really gonna enjoy what's happening on this episode because I think we can all agree that we're in a state of crisis, like all the time, and we just don't know how to deal with it anymore because we're all tired. We're tired of being in crisis. So that's, yeah, like I know I'm doing this a little bit early and prematurely, but that's going to be the bulk of what we talk about today is just like crises. Oh, I was just like explaining things. You can listen to it in like the playback. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mid-crisis.
Yeah, I was just monologuing.
Oh, okay. How's your week going so far?
It's so good. I'm in Hawaii right now.
Yeah, thanks for officially telling me.
I officially told no one, but like, look at this. Look at this.
Why isn't that your background right now? To see an ugly wall?
Because
it's okay, don't drop your computer.
Well, and it's like the table's like pressed up against the balcony, so it's like kind of hard to like get there. Plus, like now my face is in shadows.
That's fine. It's not about you, it's about the scenery.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I will sit this way. Yeah, this is a good way to sit. These chairs are so heavy too. Oh my God.
Your upstairs neighbors are like, shut the fuck up.
I don't care about them. I don't know them. And I'm only here for a few days. But my week has been good. I went to Spokane where there was snow on the ground, and now I'm here in Hawaii where it's high humidity and warm weather. Not today, right now. It's like cloudy, but like I literally don't care because this is way better than being in Spokane. But yeah, the week has been really good. I'm really finding myself forgetting that there's a real life that I'm living at the same time, even though I am fully working my job right now, or working my job. I'm working my job.
The middle of the day.
It's just like it's so hard, it's so hard.
Yeah, I will say I found out you were in Hawaii by a photo that you posted, and then you tagged Hawaii on Instagram for like 5 minutes. I was like, it's just a joke. But then I was like, he so never funny is jokingly tags places.
Well, it's so funny though because like so many people messaged me and they were like, "Are you actually in Hawaii? Like you're so poor." And I was like, okay, didn't know that was gonna be how this was received, but like good to know that you all think highly of me.
Got a lot of haters.
Yeah, and I was like, I literally only posted that photo to my close friends, so that's nice to know that my close friends think of me that way.
It's mainly just because it's been so cold here that the thought of you there is like, what? Excuse me?
I mean, honestly, I don't want to go back because it's so much warmer here. Like it's so much warmer.
Don't do it.
I don't want to go back and be cold and be miserable, but I don't know. It's good though. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just stay here forever. Siempre.
I'll come visit.
How's your week?
It's been good. I'm in our official new podcast studio, which is just my apartment, but with this and a studio light. But she cute. I'm excited to use it with you.
I'm also excited to use it with you. It's like you're in Hawaii with that background.
I know. You can't even tell the difference. Like we're the same place.
We're in the exact same place.
Wait, all right. That's great. Yeah, my week's been good. I did 2 shows on Saturday, I did Roastamania, where I roasted Adam Tiller, our frenemy of the podcast,
He's a friend most of the time.
who we love to shit talk.
We love shit talking him to his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. He's our main pod competition. I don't even think that's true.
I was gonna say, like, that's being so generous.
To ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Uh,
roast was fun. I didn't have a great set, so for my next show, I was at the Dope Show and I was like, what is the point of all this? This crowd didn't like my jokes. What am I going to do now? And it's too late to change everything. Like, do you ever have those moments where you're just like,
I do. I have had that issue where I'm like,
you're just second guessing all of your choices?
I mean, like, yes and no. Like, I don't know. When I have a bomb, I'm like, okay, am I am I good to go up again? Like deep down in my bones, am I actually good to go up again? And then I'm like, I have to go up. I have to go
Yeah.
up because
It's the
if I
only way to
don't,
make
I'm
it
just gonna
better.
sit in this bomb. And then if I
Yeah.
bomb 2 times in a row, which has never happened to me, I would
It'll
kill
only happen
myself.
once.
Yeah. I like when I bomb and I go to my next show, I'm like, okay, we really have to fucking slay. Like we have to
Yep.
pop our pussy so hard right now, and we really have to make this work. Like this audience is going to love me no matter what.
That's what's
And
nice about having two shows in a day, though. Like, if it doesn't go well, then it's like, okay, I can redeem myself. But then also the opposite has happened where I've done really well the first set and then
that
just you don't even get to enjoy it because you eat shit on the late show and you're like, oh.
that has happened to me more times than not. I go into it too confident on the next show and I'm like,
Mhm.
everything's great. Like there's no way I'm gonna
I'm doing
bomb.
what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm following my calling. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not
And then I
shit.
bomb and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? You I almost just like there's been times where I've like bombed on a second show where I'm just like, hey, you know what? This killed during the first show. I want you guys to know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
This
is
it's
not me. This is
you.
on you guys.
It's you guys, not me.
I
Like if
was
you guys didn't want
listening.
to have fun, let me know. Okay.
What are you doing here? I was listening to Middle of Somewhere, and Chad Daniels was talking about like shitty late shows that he still has to deal with. And I'm like, you know what? That makes me feel better.
It's just
No one
never
is
gonna
safe.
go away. Yeah, it's never gonna go away. I've worked with so many headliners who do like the late show and they're just like, I don't know what the fuck happened. And I'm like, me neither, babe. Me neither. I don't
We did
know.
our best. We tried and we failed.
It's
But yeah, that was
hard.
fun. So I got to do the Dope Show Saturday night, and those are always fun for me. As you
I'm
know,
so
I'm addicted
jealous.
to drugs.
Yeah, did you eat like 50 edibles again? Because that's like what you
No,
do.
I've never, not one time. No, I just smoked like the other comics, but it was fun. And the host lit me 2 minutes early for my sober
Why?
set. It was an accident. But then,
Mm.
so he was like, well, you can do extra time for your high set. And at first I was like, yeah, right. I'm going to want off that stage. But then once I was up there, I was like, oh, yeah, here we go. So then usually the high sets are 5 minutes and I did over 10.
You did over 10.
And I kept looking, but I didn't see him. So usually for my high sets, I sit on the stool because I'm just very much like, oh my God. But I made a point not to. I like put a water bottle on the stool and I just paced the whole time. And I guess every time I would like be where the host could see me to like shine the light, I would turn just as he's shone the light at me. So I just missed it like 3 times. And I was like,
Oh
I finally
my
just
God.
checked the clock and was like, I should leave.
Do you have it all on tape?
Yeah.
That's
It
some
was
clips you
fun
should
though.
post. Yeah, those are clips
Hmm.
you should post. I'm
Yeah.
so Jelly Belly. I really want to do the dope show at some point.
Yeah, you'll do it
I
eventually.
will. It's on my list.
Yeah, I
It's
see that.
fine. I'm glad that you've had like a fun show. Like I feel like I haven't
Hmm.
had a fun show in a while. I've had shows, but it's just been like, well, actually no, the Spokane show was fun. I went to Spokane. That was a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The pre-Thanksgiving.
the pre-Thanksgiving show, which
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if I'm down to drive 12 or 5 hours for 12 minutes again. That was a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, at least did they put you up or you had to, did you,
No.
you paid to stay in a hotel?
I paid to stay in a hotel and I stayed with Nick. So I mean, like,
Mm.
I guess that was still fun. But still, I lost like $50. No, like
Yeah.
$70 doing
Oh,
that show.
when I did my weekend there, I think I lost probably at least like two, maybe 300.
See, yeah, I can't keep living like this. I cannot keep living like this, especially given everything that I'm about to complain about later.
Oh, snap. Oh, I do want to tell you one funny thing. So, our friend Joe has a dog named Mac, and Joe was out of town, and I was going to start taking care of Mac yesterday. And his
Wait,
dog
are you
sitter,
not?
no, so he had a previous dog sitter. I was transferring yesterday. I got there at 2, and the dog sitter was like, he's been sick, like he's thrown up a few times, and we're not really sure. So in the meantime, me driving there, Joe like changed his flight so he could come home early. He's like, I'll be there at midnight. And I was like, okay, like I'll be with him until you get there. But as soon as I got there, I think Mac was just playing a game with the other dog sitter. He's like, I want Courtney here. Like as soon as I got there, he's just attacking me. He's fine, like no issues whatsoever. He was just his normal self. He's just barfing for attention. He just wanted his dad to come home early. So
I
it's
can't
like
believe he came home early. Poor baby, poor
so I got
Mac.
there, and then like a half an hour later, Rihanna, his vet, came to check on him to give him meds, and she was like, "This dog is fine, but I'll give him this random thing anyways." And she was like, "I can't believe I spent my Saturday doing this."
Can't believe I spent my Saturday here
So
taking care of
that
this dog
damn
making house
dog.
calls.
Yep, he got the better of all of us. So I just spent the night of him chewing on me, and then his dad came home at midnight, and I was like, "Bye."
So he's home right now with the dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
poor
texted him this
baby.
morning. I was like, did he make it through the night? He was like, yes. He's fine.
Oh,
But
that
he's
sucks.
good. Yeah. And I got to sleep in my own bed last night. So that's
And
cool.
that is a plus. We do love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been sweating a lot in the bed here. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent. Anyways, let's move on. What's
What's with
chapping your
chapping
ass
your
though?
ass? Do you want me to start?
You should start because mine is
Okay.
gross.
Oh, okay. As some of you may have been aware, we were supposed to have our pretty dumb comedy show and it got canceled and we were really upset about it. Um, we probably don't want to go into too many details, but basically, we needed to make a certain amount of pre-sales, but no one told us that. So I feel like we probably could have. We would have just done things differently. We would have like, I don't know, told our friends who we knew were coming, "Hey, buy tickets now." We
Hmm.
would have promoted things like actually hit
Differently.
people up like, "Hey, we have to have pre-sales so the show happens." But we just didn't know and we didn't have enough tickets sold. So they canceled it and it was a really big bummer. We put a lot of effort into it. We were both so excited for the show, like
Yeah.
weeks leading up to it. Like this is all we've been talking about and yeah, it sucks. Like obviously we're not as angry as we were, but that
You know,
definitely chapped our asses.
I was definitely like reflecting on this, like on the plane ride here. I was just thinking and like sitting and like praying and like pondering and like wondering. And like the conclusion,
Contemplating.
yeah, what's another synonym? I was doing all of those things in my head and that you do. And I was like thinking about it, and it's like, you know what? Maybe now, like that we've calmed down and just realized like this happened, we can like take the lessons that we've learned here and like now we know in the future when we're planning a show like what questions to ask and like what
Hmm.
to look for. Like I just feel like we were silly dumb dodo heads to some degree about like it was just
Well,
like an
yeah.
opportunity that was like too good to be true and we're like this is amazing, this is perfect, we're getting paid a lot of money to run a show and
Hmm.
we didn't ask any of the questions that we should have asked that like ultimately like I should have known to ask, like as someone who like has run shows in the past, like I should have known, we both should have known, but that's okay, lesson learned.
Yep. Now we know. And it's not like a like a specific to us thing. Like
No,
people
definitely
have
not.
shows canceled all the time for all sorts of reasons. It's just when
Mm-hmm.
it's the first time and you've put so much effort into it. Like we had really pretty flyers. We posted them all over downtown in the
We
freezing
walked around
cold.
in the cold. We walked around in the cold.
Stapling things to fucking
Yeah, and
post.
I mean, like, granted, I had UGG boots on, but still, it wasn't.
My hands were cold.
My hands are also cold.
And then yeah, we had like little flyers we were going to hand out day of that I kept in my car afterwards for a few days. So when I had the anger of the show being canceled, I would just crumple one up and throw it on the floor, and did that a few times, and that made me feel better.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
let out your
I'm
anger and aggression and
inspired. It
rage.
does feel nice to just destroy something that it doesn't matter if you destroy it. Like in high school, I got really mad at my boyfriend, so I like punched a picture frame, but then like got bloody and like destroyed this thing. Like obviously we didn't break up, so it's like it's nice to just destroy a thing that's not going to hurt anybody except
Yeah,
the planet.
I love I love rage things like that. When I was like in high school, I would take a shovel and I would just like bang the ground with it because I just like was so angry all the
You're
time
just
as a
like slapping
teenager.
the ground, or you're just like digging holes, like someone's going in this.
I mean, like more or less the second thing, but it was like very aggressive. I was just
Your dad's
angry.
like, "Do we have a mole? What's happening?"
Yeah, he was like, what are you burying? I'm like, my anger. This
Don't
won't come
flip
out
this one
until
over.
years later.
She's the most disgusting tree ever.
Hmm. Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, it's good to let out those rageful feelings. I don't know. I haven't been
Mhm.
like ragefully angry in a while. But wait, hang on. Okay. So I do have something that did chap my ass that happened while I was
Okay.
here. So once upon a time I went to this gay bar with my boyfriend and oh my God, while I was here I ran into someone that I knew from Seattle and
Nice.
the three of us went to this gay bar together to go dancing and like this random white woman, we'll call her a woman because she was acting like just I don't know, not well. Anyways,
So she has to be a woman.
she walked up to me and she was like, "You're not from here, are you?" And I was like, "No." Like, and she was like, "Yeah, I can tell because you don't fuck with Lizzo." And I was like, dancing on the dance floor to Lizzo. So I was like, I don't know. Like, none of this is adding up. And I was like, "Are you from here?" And she was like, "Mm-mm." And so I turned around and just ignored her. I was like, "I'm not talking to you." And then she like came and got in my face and got in like the face of like my friend and my boyfriend. And she was like, "Guess where I'm from? Guess where I'm from? Guess where I'm from?" And I was like, "I don't know, like another island here." And she was like, "Mm-mm, you're never gonna guess." And I was like, "I don't know, are you from like California?" And she was like, "No." And then like they also tried to guess where she was from. And eventually it came out and she was like, "You're never gonna get." Oh no, I said Alabama. And I was like, "You're from Alabama, aren't you?" And she was like, "No." And then someone else who didn't hear me say that also was like, "You're from Alabama." And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Okay." But she goes, "I'm actually from Jacksonville, Wyoming." And I literally
Jackson Hole.
so I literally look at her and I was like, "No one gives a shit." And I was like, "Who gives a shit? That's such a fucking gross place." She's like, "I give a shit. I'm from Jackson." And I was like, "No one fucking cares." And that
If
was
you're
really
not
funny.
from Wyoming, you don't know. No one
I literally
cares.
what's even happening in Jacksonville, Wyoming? Like nothing's
Jacksonville is in Florida.
Oh, is it
Jackson
Jackson
Hole,
Hole?
yes.
Okay.
But if you're from there, then you just call it Jackson. Like, oh, I live in Jackson, but it's Jackson
Okay.
Hole. It's a very touristy town. It's like
I
right at the
literally have
base
never
of the
heard of that
Grand
until just
Tetons.
now. This whole
It's
time
like
I
a
thought she said
ski
Jacksonville.
area. Yeah, it's very touristy. So it's very expensive to live there. It's like known as like one of the nicest places to live. I think Kanye's ranch or whatever is somewhere outside of Jackson. So it's like the ritzy kind of area of Wyoming, but it's like it's still in
Still
Wyoming.
Wyoming. Like it's still Wyoming. Like who gives a shit? No one
My cousin
cares.
lived there for a couple years, and we went and visited her, and it's like, okay, well, there's like 4 restaurants we can go to, and we're like, all right, we'll go there. You get your picture by the big like antler arch. That's what the tourists do in Wyoming. She got
What
you
a
good.
what
She's like,
a
you're from Seattle. Oh, ever heard of Jackson?
literally did
And
not
you're
even
like,
ask me where I'm from.
no.
Just was like, "You're not from here." And it's like, "Well, neither are you, you fucking honky." Like,
Oh, that's so weird. Like she just wanted to tell people where she was from.
and I was like, "You're at a gay bar. Like, can you act properly? Like, you're a guest here.
We will
You are a
ask you to
guest
leave.
here." Yeah. Well, I don't know. People like that are just so fucking stupid and annoying. I hate bitches who wander into gay bars and act like they're the fucking star. It's like, you
Right.
are a extra at best, okay?
I know. That's why I hated going to gay bars with my friend, because even though he is straight, he would just get all of the attention, and I'd just be like, I don't like this.
Your straight friend would take you to gay bars.
Because they were near his house, and he had a bunch of gay friends and stuff, so we'd just meet up with them. But I was always like, this is not why I'm here.
I mean, like, yeah,
It's
it's
not
probably
always
best that you
about
don't
me.
go. It's not. Yeah, it's
I can
not.
be a supportive ally from outside the window.
That's right. We'll take your money though. What else has been chopping your ass, by the way? I feel like I totally cut you off.
No, I don't know what I was saying.
Okay. This was the thing that I wrote down, and I think that this is just like really topical. The thing that's been trapping my ass has been my literal ass. Um, it's just been really hard to bottom lately. Like I haven't been able to get like ready. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just been like it has not been like the cleanest, so I've not been like like, cleanliness is close to godliness, and like I've not been godly. I've not been
This is where
godly.
you'd say you're Hail Satan.
Yeah, I've been much closer to Lucifer, our Lord, our Dark Lord. I've been much closer to him lately, and it's just like that's not really want my bottom half to be. I want my bottom half to be godly.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Do you think it's
so
because you're traveling?
I think it's because I've been taking probiotics. And like I can either have gut health or whole health. Like it's literal. I
You
have to
choose.
choose. And I don't want to have to choose. Like I just want both. I want my gut healthy and I want my whole healthy. And
Well, I
it's
feel
just
like
like,
gut health would equal
you
booty health.
know, you would think, but I don't know if that's true.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest, like I don't know if it's true. And it's been
Maybe,
really hard,
maybe you're in a
specifically for my
transition
boyfriend.
phase.
So
He's the one that's to clean it up.
yeah, I'm like, sorry about that. But I mean, like, honestly, it's okay. It's okay. He loves me. It's fine. It's totally fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, that's been what's been trapping my ass. So if like there's anyone here who listens and is like, I know how to have healthy booty time, let me know.
Healthy booty time.
Yeah. But those are like my two things. Those are the two, like people from Jackson Hole, Wyoming coming to Hawaii and coming into gay bars and being annoying and just that. Yeah. And like I really just wanted to complain. I feel like that was like my main
Love it.
thing. I love complaining about these things. It's so dumb.
My cousin and I, so she lives in Wyoming, she lives in Casper, but we did a little like overnight trip to Boulder because we had never been.
Colorado.
Hmm.
Okay.
And we're like, oh, it's gonna be so cool. Like, it's like a super cool, like hipster town. And we got there and like did the shopping, like the touristy stuff. And then we went to the hotel. We're like, let's eat an edible and then let's go to dinner. And then we went to dinner. And as soon as we were done, like we planned out our whole night. We like put chokers on like we were 22. We're like, we're going to go out. We're going to get hit on by men. This is going to be great. But as soon as we got to the restaurant and then ate our food, we were both like, should we go back to the hotel and watch movies? So we didn't even do anything at Boulder. We're like, we went to the Trader Joe's and got a bunch of snacks, and then we went back to the hotel.
Sometimes that's nice though. Like we've been doing that too. Like last night we went out on like a little like sunset cruise and like afterwards I was just like, let's just get food and go home. And it was like the best. It was awesome. But
Yes.
also like I think I'm at the age too where I'm like, I do not have to go hard every single night that I'm out on a
Yeah.
vacation.
Hell no. I just love to appreciate a nice, clean hotel.
hmm
It's
It's
like my favorite.
nice. It's been
Live
great
it up.
doing that. I just want to rest and recharge. I just want to rest and recharge.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so today's topic is crisis and what to do in a crisis because I'm in a full mental crisis right now.
Let's just hear it. Just unleash.
So I'm getting probably laid off, and the company that I work for offered a package deal that would give me essentially like 4.5 months of severance, which is pretty good, all things considered, like as far as like severance packages go. But I don't know what to do. And like I've already decided that I'm gonna like take the package. Like that's gonna be what I'm
So it
gonna
was either
do.
that or you could wait it out and see if you even get laid off. Right.
Yes. But like long story short, like the odds are not in my favor for me to be kept on. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take the deal. And I signed up for the deal today and I find out whether or not I'm
Nice.
like approved for it by next week.
Oh,
But
so you can not be approved?
I could totally not be approved to take the deal. Yeah.
And then what? You have to work there, or can they still lay you off?
They could still lay me off.
That's so weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into that, but like,
Okay.
yeah, it's so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take the deal because like this is as good as it's gonna get as far as like
Yeah.
severance packages go. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, like that's fine and dandy. Like we'll just make this work somehow. But it is just like such a scary prospect, and I'm like fully in crisis mode because I'm like I've never not worked. And
Right.
the unknown is so scary. And it's like I've never not worked, I've never not had a job, and I've never not like always been working on multiple things, except for that like time I was a manager at Nordstrom. Like that was like the only time where I just worked. Like, but most of the time I was like working and going to college or like going to work and also working on being a stand-up comic and like it's always been something or like it was like I was working and it was COVID, which like isn't really like a second thing, but it's also like I don't know, that was like a crisis in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, like my plan now is to just like take the 4.5 months and like spend time recharging, working on being a stand-up comic slash entertainer slash writer, and then also work on like doing more stuff with the podcast with you, and then like also work on like maybe finding a new job, whether that be like a part-time gig or a full-time something, like in the
Mm-hmm.
next
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, like after the once my layoff starts, like I'll probably like spend like 2 months working on the first few things, and then like after that, I'll start like looking for a job because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just tough. It's tough. How do you do that?
It is definitely scary. Like I got laid off several years ago and it was very unexpected. Like we didn't know it was happening. It was just we all got to work and then the whole board that owned the company was there and just started having meetings with everyone, and by the end of the day, like half of us were laid off and we're like, okay, this is okay. It was definitely shocking. So I understand the what? Like what is happening?
Mm-hmm.
But at least you get to choose. And it
Yeah,
is nice knowing like now you can kind of plan it out. Like you still have your job right now, which is nice, but also like 4 months of paid work is a lot. And it's
it
nice
is.
to know that that's going to come in. And now you just get a little bit of cushion time. So I also got a severance when I got laid off and knew that what I was doing wasn't going to make me happy. had no interest in the job that I had. It was just a job to get by. But I knew that I really wanted to walk dogs, but I couldn't convince myself to quit my okay paying job to go chase this dream that I had. Cause I was like, walking dogs, how do I even know how to make that happen? But once that decision got made for me, I was like, oh, now's my opportunity to start my business. So I just took my severance. I didn't get another job right away. I took my severance. I paid someone to build my website. I just kind of started my business right then because I was like, oh, well, if I don't want to be on unemployment forever, then I need to figure out how I can work for myself. So it is scary, but it's also exciting because like you're going to get through it no matter what. It's just
Hmm.
this the unknown. We're always like that's the scariest thing. Our brain just does this super amped up thing of like, oh, what are all the things that could possibly go wrong? Let's think about those. And it's like, yeah,
And
but there's so many cool things that can go really right that you haven't even thought of.
there's so many things that could go right, and it's also just like, I don't know, it's so scary today. I feel like everything is so hard and so expensive, and it's like this is the first year in my life where I didn't feel like I was like struggling in any
Mm-hmm.
way financially.
And the
And then
world's
suddenly
were
it's
like,
like,
guess what, bitch?
I mean, basically, yes. I was like, oh, okay, I guess like financial stability is not a thing that I get to hold on to, and that's
Right.
fine. And it's like I should be used to struggling at this point, but I'm just like, I'm not. I'm not. I don't want
Yeah.
to go
Once you're
back
in a
yet.
comfy spot, then it's hard to just be like, wait, 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 wait. I had it so
Hmm.
good and I took it for granted.
Yeah, I mean, like I always knew that it was like, I don't know if I took it for granted per se, because like I spent so many years like working on commission and like living paycheck to paycheck that like it was nice not seeing my bank account go to like $0 like a week before payday.
Mm-hmm.
And then like now I'm just like, oh my God, like how am I supposed to get by again? Like, I don't know. The scary thing really for me is just like I think I was telling my boyfriend this, like I've never placed such a huge bet on myself before. Like I've always like kind of played it somewhat smart. Like there's definitely been times where I like don't do my research and I just jump right into something. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like for the most part it's been like pretty safe.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I went to this company that's laying me off now, that was like a big risk for me. That was a big unknown. But it at the same time was like, well, it's a job. So it's like there's gonna be income coming in. But I
Right.
don't know. Like I forgot where I was going with this.
Well, there are lots of jobs that are, I feel like people like you kind of start out like you're kind of in the tech industry. And once you're kind of in a field or like a direction, it's hard to see all the other options that are out there. But there's so many different things you can do to make money. And like you're still making money doing comedy. So it's like
Hmm.
it's not going to be like you're making no money. It's just like you're not getting a pay stub. Like just the way that comedy works, it fluctuates a lot, but you'll also have a lot more time to dedicate and to really grind and then get more shows and then get more money. So it's yeah, it's just seeing opportunities in different places, but I think a part-time job would be good for you because anyone who listens to this podcast knows that you don't like your job.
I mean, it's so true. And like that's the other thing too is like I totally feel that. Like I don't like my job. This is not the field that I want to work in. Like I want to be a performer. I want to be a creative. And it's like this is it's just like those dreams are so unorthodox. Like people don't expect you to like make it in those fields. But the thing is like it's possible. I know it's possible. I've seen
Mhm.
it done firsthand for many people.
Yeah,
It's just
especially now, like people are making an insane living off of making TikTok videos. Okay. You can
yeah,
do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want and it will be fine. Like at the end of the
Yes.
day, it's going to be fine. It's just that like you said that like your brain just makes you think it's not.
It's like,
And
no, I have stability. I need to stay comfortable. This is no, this isn't happening. I need to stay where I'm at.
I think also like that feeling, I've been asking for like a sign of some kind that like this is what I'm supposed to be doing and like maybe I hope I'm just not misinterpreting it, but I'm hoping that this is my sign that's like you cannot work in HR tech forever because you are meant to go be a performer. You know, there are so many sirens. Can you hear all the sirens?
Yes,
Siren's
I
gone.
think this, nope.
Almost gone.
I think this is a good opportunity because sometimes it's hard for us to make those hard decisions on our own. Like we've talked about before, I'm scared to move to San Diego, but if all of a sudden I found out that my building was being sold or whatever, like you don't have a place to live, then it'd be like, oh, well, instead of just making a lateral move and finding another place here, I could just go to San Diego. Like I could just do, it's nice when things happen and the decisions are made for you. And then you just kind of have to roll with it and like, okay, here we go. It's just like setting you on a forward motion instead of you staying where you're at.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know, people have done like crazier things, I feel like, than like
Yes, yes, they
placing a bet
have.
on themselves. Like,
Yeah.
I
One of
don't
my
know,
friends just up and moved to London because she wanted to. She quit her job. Her and her dog just bounced on over.
yeah, like that's inspiring. Like that's what I need to
Mhm.
hear. I need to hear that people are doing it and they're making it and they're like thriving and it's
Yep.
okay. And I mean, like, I don't know. I think also just like one of the things that like is putting me in a little bit of like a crisis is like realizing that my lifestyle has to change again. And it's
Mhm.
like I've gotten so used to the life that I live right now that it's like, okay, well, like, guess we're not going out to eat and getting coffee on a whim and like living,
Buying shoes every other week.
buying shoes every other week. We don't need to do that anymore. We have everything that we need. We don't need more
Mhm.
things. We don't need more things. It just
Yep.
sucks that it's like the holidays right now and I'm like, there's so many good sales. There's so many good sales.
Yeah, but sales are just a way for big companies to get more of your money. Like, hey, look, this thing you didn't know you wanted, now it's even cheaper. Now you should give us your money. And it's like, I didn't need that in the first place.
Yeah, but it's like I'm so willing to give my money to some of these companies. Like I'm not gonna
I'm
like all
trying to
things.
not, I'm trying to be a lot more responsible with that. Like, I went to Goodwill on Black Friday and I got four pairs of pants and a skirt and a dress and that they had an extra like I was like, yeah, this is smarter for me. I can not contribute to waste in landfills. I can save money and still find stuff that I like. Cool.
That's
But
what I
I
need to
did
do.
I also buy things on Amazon today with a gift card from that I got for my birthday? Yes, yes I did. But you know what? We're not all perfect, okay?
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. I purposely did not look at any Amazon notification that came on today because I was like, I
It's good.
know
We don't need
myself.
it. We don't
Well,
need
yeah, I like impulse bought an exercise bike that I've used like maybe 5 times. And it's
it.
like that
Now
was
you
dumb.
can
That was a waste of money.
impulse sale and get some dough for the
I
holidays.
honestly, that's actually a good idea. I think I might sell it. That's a great idea because I'm definitely not using it right now. Maybe it's time for that to go. What a waste.
Oh well, you tried.
Yeah, it was a good thought. It was a nice thought. I don't know. But like yeah, I think like just like also I think like this is a really good opportunity for me to practice just like being in the moment and settling in the uncomfortable, which I think is like it's something that I'd actively like try and work on and like just sitting with the uncomfortable, but right now I really have no choice but to sit with the uncomfortable because it's about to get so
Hmm.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think everyone's first go to is to block it out. How do I avoid it? How do I fix this? But I mean, growing pains are uncomfortable, but that's how we get stronger.
And I just want to be stronger. I want to look
You
back at
got
this
it.
moment and think like you did it. You gave it a
Yeah.
try. You succeeded or you failed. Who's to say, you know?
Yeah, but
And
either
like
way, you'll still be fine. Failing is just not you accomplishing X, Y, and Z in a timeline that you set for yourself. Like you're not going to be homeless.
not going to
Like
be
you have enough
homeless.
people around you who will be like, okay, it's time for you to go get a barista job, go get a bartending job. Like there are so many things you can do to make money and still go for comedy. But right now you have the extra little bit of money with your um what is it called?
Severance.
Yeah, with your severance. Like you can go to New York for 3 weeks and just meet comics, get up. Like I have heard like people don't really see huge growth in their stand-up careers until they are all in on stand-up and like the rest of their life kind of fucking sucks for a little bit. Like you're
Yeah,
living with roommates and you're just scraping by, but when all of your focus is on the one thing, that's kind of when things start to happen. And I'm not saying that that's what you need to do, but I mean, it's an option.
but I do feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. Like that aspect of my life is going to become like my main 9 to 5 for this new
Mm-hmm.
time, for at least for a
Yeah.
while, just until like the funds run out, I guess.
Right.
Like we're gonna
So
figure
yeah,
it out.
maybe some advice for people going through a similar crisis. Obviously, there's an unlimited number of crises that a person can go through, but we're being kind of specific with the whole losing of a job and figuring out where to go from there. But I would say start out with making a budget for yourself, like knowing exactly how much you're going to have come in, budget things out. So then you know if I don't have a steady income by 2 months from today, then I need to go get a part time job or
Hmm.
whatever.
And I think also the other thing is like I want to create structure still. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I'm gonna be unemployed, but like there still needs to be some kind of structure, whether that's like
Yeah, that's another good
going and
tip. Mm-hmm.
exercising every day. If you're not working, there's really no excuse not to exercise and take my health more seriously. And
Right.
then like if I'm not working, then like okay, like what are you to be doing that's productive? Like I'm not just gonna sit on my ass all day just because
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
maybe
working.
plan your day out sort of like you still have a job. So from 9 to 5 or whatever, still fill those hours with productivity. So you're not just kind of wasting that time.
Hmm. And that's like I think one of my biggest fears is like I'm just gonna waste this time.
Yeah. Well, then, yeah, just have a plan for yourself so you don't. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you even? I'll figure it out. And I'll keep
Yeah.
everyone updated as it happens because it's like this is scary.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
But also talking to your friends and other people who've gone through it, I feel like is another good tip to just kind of like, I mean, therapy obviously is good for everybody, but not everyone can either afford it or just find the time to fit it in. But yeah, just talking to people and just listening and having people listen to you helps when your mind is so all over the place and you're so frantic. It helps to
Mhm.
just have a friend be like, it's okay. You'll be good.
Yeah, and it will be good. Everything's gonna work out. Like you said, like
Yeah.
you're totally right. Nothing is gonna go like so off the walls crazy that it's like I end up homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what else I had planned for like my crisis, but I'm still actually like when I was like we shouldn't talk about crisis, I was like I have a plan, and then like in reality I'm realizing like you really don't have much of a plan. You just said you were gonna work on being a stand-up, but you don't have a plan for that yet. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think one thing that I also am gonna do is I'm just gonna get ready for like interviews and stuff once it comes time to that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully though, hopefully I will just be transitioning into someone who works as a comic a lot and can get paid enough to live my life
Hell yeah.
differently than I do right now, but still enough.
Mm-hmm. I think you can do it.
I think I can too. I think there's a way to make it happen.
Yeah. Maybe
Hmm.
talk to other comics who do it full time and kind of see if they have any tips for starting
Maybe
out.
that's the other thing too, is like maybe like now's a good time to like take on like more like mentor people who can like walk me through their journey and their process and like
Mm-hmm.
really reaching out to people and being like, how did you do this? How can I make this happen for me?
Yeah.
Am I even ready?
Oh, you're ready. You got
Yes,
this.
I do got this. It's gonna be fine.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. That was
Oh,
wild. I
sorry.
couldn't believe I could hear that. I couldn't believe I could hear that.
Oh, my head hurts. Awesome. Well, I think your crisis is about to be averted. Crisis averted. Yeah.
Yeah. Diverted?
Crisis.
I don't know. Anyways, there's not gonna be a crisis. Did you learn anything this week?
How about you go first?
Okay, so I learned that the island Honolulu is eroding. It's getting smaller and smaller each year, and I didn't know that. And like in a million years, it's gonna be really tiny.
Oh, we'll all be dead by then.
Yeah, the ocean is taking it back, and then one of the other
Oh.
islands, the big island, is growing. It's growing all the time because lava is constantly being flowed into the ocean, and it's expanding the island.
So does that mean there's more area that you could build on, or is it just like the lava, like you couldn't do anything with
Yeah,
that
no, that's the
area?
idea is like it's going to be built on someday. And like that
Ah,
land is like that future land is already for sale and people have bought like future land that is going to exist one day.
that's like under the water right now, or
Hmm.
like hasn't come out of the mountain yet?
Like, yeah, like the island is
What?
expanding.
And people are already buying it? This whole fucking world.
Isn't it awful? Isn't the
I
world
hate
terrible?
everything. Hey, you want to buy some
Doesn't the
land that
world
doesn't exist
suck?
yet?
Yeah.
It'll be here in about 20
And
years.
people are like, I want that. I want it.
Yes,
Yeah.
here's all my money.
Hmm.
Oh. Any other fun Hawaii facts?
Um, that was oh, we're not supposed to take rocks or sand or anything from the island and bring it back. So, because that's bad luck. It's bad juju, and you're not supposed to do that.
Is that specifically for Hawaii?
I
Or is
mean,
that
like
like any beach? Because I love to take shells from the beach.
I definitely think it was like specific to Hawaii in the context that I
Okay.
learned it, but I have heard that about like other places that are like haunted or whatever. You're not supposed to take things from there.
Yeah. I did take a picture of a very creepy doll at the Roxy Theater, which apparently is haunted. And now I'm scared that because I took this picture of a creepy thing, that now the creepy thing is in my phone.
I don't think that that's how that works always, but
Okay.
I think you're probably fine.
Okay. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure.
What's your fact?
Did you know that Washington's official state dance is the square dance?
That is so gross. That's so nasty. Ew. Why?
Um, when pioneers first ventured out west, they brought the French dance of the quadrille, which means square in French. Nope, nothing
That's
exciting there.
awful. That
Also,
is,
Washington's state flag is the only green state flag.
that's a good fact. I like that. That's good to know. That'll come handy in trivia one day.
Yeah, you said you were coming with Hawaii facts, so I was like, a Washington facts. Here we go.
You know what? It's good for us to learn more about our home state.
You want anything else?
Give me another one.
What do you think the state insect is?
A roly-poly-oly.
A green darner dragonfly,
I didn't even know that was a thing, and I
right?
didn't even
Oh,
know that we
they're
had a state
everywhere.
insect.
Wow.
Okay, good to know. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, state flower?
Rhododendron.
Correct. Good job.
Mm-hmm. I know some
Um,
things.
okay, last one. State bird?
A blue heron.
No. The American goldfinch.
Oh, I don't even know what that looks like, to be honest.
It's fine. I think it's gold based on the name.
Probably not.
A goldfinch, you don't think it has yellow on it?
Mm-mm. No.
I will put
Okay,
a
where are you
picture of
gonna,
a bird right here of the goldfinch.
can you? So that way
I
people
don't
can see.
know. I don't have the capabilities yet, but I'll try.
Are you doing any shows this week?
Wednesday I'll be at Laughs for the showcase, and I think that's all I got. What about you?
I land on Thursday back to Seattle, and then I'm doing the crowdwork show at Tacoma Comedy Club, and then on the 9th I'm doing Don't Tell Seattle, but I don't know the location.
Yeah, you can't. It's just shush, shush, hush, hush.
Yeah, it's a very secret location though. I know that much.
That's awesome. That's a fun time. I didn't know that Tacoma was doing crowd work show. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that too. So we'll see. Hopefully I get some
Yeah.
cool moments out of that.
Get some clips.
clips, have a good time, be fun. Hopefully, I'm not exhausted from flying all night, so it'll be fine.
Hey, even if you are, it'll be fun. It'll be great.
And that's all that matters. We're just having fun.
Awesome. Well, enjoy Hawaii.
Thanks. Enjoy missing me. I'll be home soon.
Okay.
I'll see
And
you
thanks
soon.
everyone for watching
And listening.
to the Pretty Dumb Podcast.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.